Great service. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come have some great food. Have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
welcome into Thursday Night Hoops here on IndianaSRN. Tonight we're at Covenant Christian, where the Warriors host Cardinal Ritter in a matchup of girls basketball. Covenant Christian sitting at 0-5, looking for their first win on the season, while the Raiders come in at 4-4 on the season. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And finally, by the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on HCAC.tv, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us at HCACD3. Ben Wood alongside Greg Smith, and this is a special broadcast for us. We got the producers running the show over here, so that's fun. As we mentioned, the home team, the Warriors, looking to get their first win, and I know they've been on IndianaSRN once already this season. Greg, what have we seen from them so far this year?
Well, it's been interesting. They've had a couple of very, very close games, lost one in overtime, and then they've had a couple where they've kind of really gotten blown out. It's tough. I think the biggest challenge is they've got to get a couple of their players started early. And when I talked to the coach, that's exactly what he said, especially Vivian Hafner. They need to get her started, and they feel like if they can get her going, that's kind of been what they need to just push them over that hump a little bit.
Yeah, I know we've mentioned previously this season, Avery Reichard, a starter last year, she's been out so far this season, so that's a big piece that's missing for them. You mentioned some other players that need to step up as well. Scoring's been a little bit of an issue for them. Defense, not the greatest, but they're trying to string things together here. It's still earlier in the season. And what do you think they can do here tonight to get things going in the right direction?
Well, I think it's exactly what you said. They really need to try to get their scoring, but, again, they have to limit turnovers, limit the fouls, all the stuff that the coaches tell you all the time. But it's true. If you can limit the turnovers and get some decent shots, eventually you're going to put it in the hoop, and then you stand a chance to win. But if you're turning it over, if you're fouling a lot and giving them free throws, that makes things tough and hard to win.
Took a quick look there at Covenant Christian as they're warming up. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look at Cardinal Ritter and the Raiders here on IndianaSRN.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back here to Andrew Smith Court as we see both teams warming up. The Covenant Christian Warriors hosting Cardinal Ritter, and the Raiders, as we get a look at Cardinal Ritter, they're sitting at right now at 500, so a solid start to the season considering last year they only won 4 games in total, so they've already matched that with their first-year head coach, Jennifer Dijon. As we get a look here at some players shooting around, and they kind of have similar numbers as Covenant Christian, so this game, like you mentioned, I think really could come down to turnover battles, rebounding, all that good stuff, but the Raiders, they have one star player that really stands out from the rest.
Yes, you hit it there. Nia Stubblefield, she's averaging over 15 points a game. She's the only one that's made a 3 for the team this year. And so that's, I mean, as a coach, if you're looking for what to do on defense, put 2 or 3 people on her because she's the engine right there. Their next leading scorer is only 5 points, Macy Dill. She's a sophomore, so they really need to get some other people to step up as well. Naya being a senior, one of only 2 seniors on the team, so they're going to have to try to get some scoring going from other places besides her. But again, like you said, the points, they're very similar. Both teams averaging right about 30 points. So Ritter hopefully is up a little bit. They came off a win just 2 nights ago against Cecina, won by 10. So that was a nice conference game for them to win. But it's going to be interesting because clearly Stubblefield is the person that runs that team.
Yeah, so we'll see if Coach Dan Neitz for the Warriors throws out a box and one, something like that. I'm sure we're going to see some double teams there because, like we said, she is a focal point of that Raiders offense. And you pointed out that no one else on Cardinal Ritter has made a 3. They're actually combined 0 for 18 besides Stubblefield. So that's impressive. I'm hoping here tonight maybe we'll see one go down for them as well. That'd be fun for someone else to get in on that action from the 3-point line. But other than that, you also mentioned they're coming off a win against Cecina. They're sitting right now at 500. So they're really at a good spot considering, like I said, where they were last season.
Yeah, and I think, coming off that win, that's exciting for them. Covenant still looking for their first win. Last year, Covenant got the better of Ritter by a big amount. So 45-14 last year, Covenant got the better of Ritter. Ritter had gotten them the year before by 2. So this is a back-and-forth rivalry over the years. And so it's going to be interesting to see. And I really think it's early in the season, so it's really hard to say, if everything plays out, then we have the numbers. But you just never know. Somebody might be this might be their breakout game tonight, and all of a sudden hit the scoring lotto, and we'll see what happens.
Well, if you mentioned we just look at the last couple of games in this series, it looks like we're going to have a close one tonight. The numbers are pointing that way, and then even just the makeup of both of these rosters. I think on each side there's only 2 seniors apiece, so a lot of younger players. And right now it's still kind of, I wouldn't say in that midway point of the season, but it's right where players that have finally gotten enough minutes are starting to get some confidence that they're building their role within the team. I looked ahead at both of these teams' schedules, and they're going to have about 4 or 5 games in a matter of 2 weeks, so things are really going to pick up here. How important is it to have some of these younger players? I mean, there's some sophomores and a lot of juniors sprinkled throughout these 2 lineups. How important is it for them to start stepping up and finding their role within the team?
Well, I think that's super important. Again, when you're light on seniors to begin with, you really have to depend on other players. And again, if they've played, freshmen and or even JV, but as sophomores, they're really having to step up in a hurry here on the varsity game, and everything just keeps speeding up. The older you get, the game just continues to speed up, and they really need to find some more scores. Everybody's got to have more than just one player that goes out there and just blows it up, because if she has an off night, they start double teaming her and she can't get her shots up or whatever it is, then suddenly who do you go to? So we really need to look for and I'm sure the coaches are really looking to see which of these kind of sophomores, even a couple freshmen might play tonight, but which of them are going to step up and start taking that other kind of number 2 role on both teams.
Well, we're waiting for that tip here and see who's going to step up tonight. We're about 5 minutes away from the tip in this one. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to look at the standings in the 2 and 3A girls basketball division.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
You're good at making big announcements.
We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Please respect the men and women who wear the uniform. They're a big part of our game. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. I mentioned before the break, we'll take a quick look at the 3A and 2A standings here in girls basketball in the state of Indiana. We'll take a look at 3A, where the Raiders currently sit. The top 5 goes as follows. Number 1 is Hamilton Heights. Number 2, Norwell. Number 3, Indian Creek. Number 4, Rensselaer Central. And number 5, Twin Lakes. And then you look over at the 2A standings. Top 5 is as follows. North Knox at number 1 at 8-1 on the year. Number 2, Eastern Hancock at 7-0. Number 3, South Knox at 7-0. Number 4, Eastbrook at 5-0. And number 5, Fort Wayne Lures at 4-1. Kind of surprising to see none of these small schools around Indianapolis in those top 5s. Season's still early, though, so we could see some teams around this area get involved. I know usually we have some representatives from Indianapolis win sectionals and move on to the regionals around here historically.
Definitely usually teams, like you said, from around kind of the donut here in the middle where, they usually are support or represented in the list. But it is kind of interesting, Fort Wayne, Eastbrook's up near Marion. Some of those other schools are kind of a lot of up north schools this year. So
yeah, surprising indeed. But now let's get back to this game. We've got Cardinal Ritter and Covenant Christian. Let's take a look at the keys. First for the road team, the Raiders. Greg, what do they need to do tonight to come out of here with a win and get above 500?
Well, for sure, if Nia Stubblefield gets going, she's the key. And if she gets going, she's going to be hard to stop. She's got height, and she can shoot the 3. She can handle the ball. There she is shooting some free throws there. So she's going to be the one that really to watch. I think the big thing for them to make sure they're successful is to get a second person that can hit 6, 8, 10 points. That's going to make a huge difference for Cardinal Ritter. And if they do that, they're going to be hard to beat tonight.
Indeed. And one of the most impressive things I noticed about Stubblefield is on the defensive side of the ball. She's averaging over 3.5 steals per game, so that's something Covenant's going to have to be mindful, strong with the ball around her. As now we get a look at the Warriors taking the court here right before tip. For them tonight, get their first win, what are they going to have to do?
Well, again, I think they've got to find another scorer besides Vivian Hafner. She's leading the team with about 10 points. Avery Reichart is around 7, but not playing tonight. So she's kind of their second leading scorer, and at least I don't believe she's going to be playing tonight. So just like Ritter, they need to find a second scorer. The other big key for them is they're going to have to stop Stubblefield. They're going to have to figure out a way to clamp her down. Averaging 15 points, that's tough. So they're going to have to try to figure out a good defensive strategy to try to slow her down.
I'm sure Coach Neitz and his staff have definitely looked into that. I'm sure they're going to throw a couple different things at her. And maybe if I was him, I would just deny her from the jump. Don't even let her try and catch the ball. Make someone else beat you like you stated, Greg. We're about a minute away here from tip. Covenant Christian, we mentioned, sitting at 0-5, 0-1 in the Circle City Conference. They are coming off of a loss against Speedway. They lost that one 25-49. Meanwhile, Cardinal Ritter sitting right there at 4-4 under first-year head coach Jennifer DeZahn. We mentioned they're already at their win total for last year, so I would chalk that one up as a success, and they've got a lot to build on here. They're currently sitting at 1-1 in the Indiana Crossroads Conference. And, Greg, you mentioned the last couple matchups between these two teams, very close, so we're expecting a close one tonight.
Yeah, last year was a little lopsided, but the two previous years prior to that, they were both within 1 or 2 points. So I think last year might have been a little bit of an anomaly, but yeah, these have notoriously been pretty close games between these two teams.
Greg Smith, Ben Wood here. As we await the tip-off, we're going to step away for the national anthem right here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here from Covenant Christian at Andrew Smith Court, we're getting ready for the tip here and the starting 5 for each of these two teams. We mentioned head coach for the Cardinal Ritter Raiders is Jennifer DeZahn in her first year here. And we're going to toss it to the PA announcer to give you the starting 5 for each lineup.
Okay.
And now, here are the starters for your Covenant Christian High School Warriors. Number 3, junior Julia Hoffman. Number 5, junior Maddie Howard. Number 11, sophomore Jenna Rademacher. Number 21, junior Vivian Hafner. And number 22, senior Lila Maddox. The Warriors are coached by Dan Weeks.
There you go, as you get a good look at the starting 5 for each team. We've mentioned how important Stubblefield is for the Raiders, and if you look over at Covenant Christian, it's going to have to be a team effort. It's Vivian Hafner leading the way with just around 10 points per game, so someone else is going to have to step up and carry the load without Avery Reichart, a multiple-year starter for the Warriors here as they look to get their first win here of the season.
Yeah, they really when I spoke with their coach Needs, he really just said they've got to get Hafner going early, and they've got to try to limit Ritter's second chance points, stop them from just getting rebounds and shooting.
Warriors win the tip, and they're going to get a good look right off the jump as they miss from the left side. Quick rebound by the Raiders. Can't draw it up much better than that, Greg, on the tip-off.
Almost a turnover there by Stubblefield, and Covenant knocked it back out of bounds. So you saw they were going after her early.
Yeah, it looks like they're set up in a little bit of a 2-3 zone here.
And it's turnover on the inbound. Tried to get it to Stubblefield in the corner.
And the Raiders on the year averaging 23 turnovers a game, something they'd like to keep down if they win this one. And now we see Cardinal Ritter come out in the 2-3 zone. We mentioned both these teams not really great at three-point shooting, so this is something that's really going to force the issue, and they're going to get some open looks. They just got to knock them down. So you see right there, good look from the corner from Hafner, as that was too strong, and now it's the Raiders pushing the other way.
And another turnover on Ritter, so 2 early turnovers.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers. That time it was Fink turning it over.
Covenant was working it around the perimeter there, but I never saw anybody cut to the middle. Up there at the elbow, about the foul line, just nobody was going there, and it's going to be interesting to see if they just keep trying to work around the perimeter. There, she got it in there a little bit closer. That's Hafner just off.
You saw there Maddock with the offensive rebound, couldn't get the putback to go. So they've had some good looks here early on in the first quarter, just haven't been able to connect yet. Stubblefield swings it over, and this one's going to stay with Cardinal Ritter. So they're going to get a baseline out of bounds set. It's going to be Stubblefield to inbound. We'll see if she gets it right back.
That's what I was going to say. Let's see if they give it right back to her in the corner.
They tried to.
And knocked it off. Covenant knocked it off Stubblefield's hand. So another quick turnover. So that's 3 turnovers early here. Minute and a half in.
So we see Rademacher bring up the ball. She's averaging just under 5 points per game as a sophomore. They swing it around the horn against this zone. Another open look here for Hafner. Again, too strong.
Circled the rim, but just couldn't get it to go. She's had good looks. They're leaving her open out there.
Yeah, if your coach needs, you got to tell her to keep shooting, because sooner or later they're going to fall.
Beautiful in pass there to the post, and she turned, just could not get it to go.
That was Eke on the miss. Open look here for Hoffman. Comes up short. So 2 minutes in, we're still looking for our first points here of the night.
At least initially, I'm sure the first thing that Coach Deshawn's going to say at the first time out is we got to quit turning the ball over.
Yeah, 3 possessions, 3 turnovers is not an ideal way to start a game here. So they're going to take some time against this zone.
And Covenant just really needs to try to get a shot to fall.
That was a good look from the baseline there. That was Roberts on the miss.
Rademacher bringing it up.
As they swing it around. Hoffman pump fakes. Too strong. So she's now missed 2 from 3. Stubblefield going to pull it back out, reset things here. She gets it back. Deep 3 from Stubblefield.
Oh,
drains it.
She was way back there.
So it looks like you got to get out to Stubblefield no matter where she's at on the court.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd have to go out 3 to 4 feet from the line, but I think they're going to have to.
So we've got a foul there. Looks like it's going to go against Fink. Taking another look at this one, Greg.
Just a great shot and put it straight in.
The foul actually goes against Dill. So she picks up her first foul of the night between both of these teams. Again, a lot of space here when they're catching against this zone. And now, too strong again is Rademacher. Good offensive rebound. So they're going to set things back up.
Yeah, Howard got that. Now Hafner dribbles in. Around.
Good find in the middle of the paint,
nice.
And that is Maddock for the first 2 points for the Warriors.
And I think that's going to be a key. If they can get inside that zone in the lane, that's going to be a possibility. That way they can get a much closer shot. They don't have to just keep firing threes.
Yeah, that was the first time we saw a touch inside the paint against that zone. Ooh, nice little floater there.
I believe that was Rademacher. No, I'm sorry. See who that was.
I believe that was Roberts. So they work against the zone. Good blow by there. A little floater. And Hafner gets on the board.
Say those red numbers on a black uniform definitely make it interesting to find the numbers.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
With all the ponytails.
Good look at the front of the rim for Dill. And now it's the Warriors pushing the other way with some momentum. Rademacher over to Hafner. She's been open a couple times from there. Third time's a charm.
That's what the coach wanted to see. He was hoping that if she could get that going in, that then they might be off to the races, but they just need to get that going.
Coach Dejean going to take a 30-second timeout. Let's take another look at this three here from Hafner.
Again, nobody came close to her, so she's going to keep shooting those if they're going to keep giving them to her.
So after about 2.5 minutes of going scoreless here, the scoring's finally picked up with 3.5 to go in the first quarter. And both teams coming out in a zone so far.
Yeah, both coming out with the 2-3, so we'll see if they continue with that. I didn't know if Covenant would do something any different trying to get on Stubblefield or how they would try to handle that.
And so far, Covenant doing a good job of mixing it up against the zone. We've seen them hit a three, a look in the paint, and then that time we saw a blow-by and a little floater there from Hafner. She leads all scorers with 5 points. Fink swings it over to Dill. She attacks. Good find inside, but Roberts couldn't connect. Stubblefield three. Yes.
Not bad defense. Had a hand in her face, and she just put it right over the top of him.
A little walk into a jumper there. Not going to get much more open than that for Rademacher. And now it's Dill pushing the other way. Stubblefield double team there. Robert gets it to short corner to Fink. As Hafner is going to get called for Maddox going to get called for her first. But yeah, Greg, that last three from Stubblefield, she caught it right at her chin, didn't even bring it down.
Just the hand was there, but man, that's tough.
Eke with the miss. And it's Maddox with the rebound.
Nice feed inside, knocked out, and a foul. Or yes. Foul on Ike.
So Ike is going to pick up her first as we see some good tempo there from the Warriors. And that was Howard beating everyone down the floor.
That's Ritter's second foul. And with the new rules this year, each team gets 5 fouls per quarter. On the 5th foul, and then it becomes the double bonus, and everybody shoots 2. So kind of a new rule this year.
Yep, something to watch out for. She misses both, so missed opportunity there for Howard to get into the scoring column. And it's Stubblefield almost giving it away. And now they do give it away. Their 4th turnover of the quarter. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Warriors.
Oh, missed the layup.
Okay, was there. Pushing it out.
Definitely made her change her shot.
Just a little too strong there.
And got to travel. So Covenant's turnover.
So after that call, it's going to slow things down a little bit here. Emmy Flatt coming into the game, the sophomore. She's off to a good start this season, averaging just around 5 points per game. Good inbounds pass to Eke as she gets it right back. Too strong, and a good rebound there by Maddox. So now Rademacher, the sophomore, going to slow things down and set up the offense, which looks like it's now going against man-to-man.
Yeah, Cardinal has shifted now, and like you said, they're going man-to-man. Hafner short, or no, I'm sorry. That was Hoffman short on the 3.
Good offensive rebound there by Hafner. She's going to get it right back. Open look here for Rademacher. Too strong.
Tried to get a tip out there by Flatt, but tipped it to Ritter. And then Ritter with the turnover.
Fink gives it away.
5 turnovers for Ritter so far.
Just under a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. That was batted away by Eke, and it's going to go off of her knee. Want to remind everyone that tonight's game is brought to you by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. If you're looking for great food for breakfast or lunch, check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They also specialize in baked goods. They have daily specials and are open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, located at 6427 Oaklandin Road, Indianapolis.
Devon Wills just checked in for Covenant Christian.
Hafner going to let it fly. Nothing but net there.
8 points for her to lead the scoring.
How about that one?
That was deep. Coach may ask her about that one.
Beyond NBA range there for Stubblefield. Maybe a little bit too confident. Wills going to throw it up. Drills it.
Comes in off the bench and says, Coach, I'm ready.
You know Coach Neese loves that. He mentioned how important it was to have some of these bench players step up. Good ball movement here for the Raiders, but Eke off, and now 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Rademacher taking it all the way. Too strong off the glass. There's a good putback by Maddock. The scoring is coming on here for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've suddenly picked it up.
Stubblefield, little ball fake. Good drive there. As she can't get the layup to go from the left side, as Flat comes up with the rebound.
Another rebound with Flat. She needs some help. Somebody's got to come help her.
Coach Neese is going to help her with the timeout there. So we get a 30-second timeout. I want to remind everyone as well that this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of our pictures, videos, and audio without express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Here's some of the offense we got to see going here in the last couple of minutes, Greg.
That was a nice three by Hafner. She just squared up, got the ball, and in it went. And then this one, this was nice. I mean, you think about this, she just came in the game.
Yeah.
And really hadn't had a chance to really run the floor that much or anything and just put it in.
Hey, usually when you're coming off the bench, coach says, you want to get a shot around the rim, but that's hard to pass up right there. So we've got 8.6. I'm sure Coach Neitz is drawing something up here for one last look in the quarter. And we mentioned it started off slow, but Covenant's really picked it up here the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, they it's almost like when they picked up the tempo, that seemed to help them a little bit. They sped the game up just a little bit, and that seemed to help them. So bringing the ball in from the back court, don't get the half-court help like you do in pros.
5 seconds to go here. Going to get it over to Wills. Another one up.
And
too strong.
Long.
So we're going to end the first quarter here from Covenant Christian. The Warriors leading Cardinal Ritter 15-8. We'll be right back here on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Covenant Christian doing a much better job compared to last game getting things going. Last game against Speedway, they got down 12-1 to start the game and just couldn't claw their way back into this one. This time, they're now sitting with a commanding lead up by 7 over the Raiders.
Yeah, it's they had a couple shots go, and I think we'll see if that gives them some confidence. And they've managed to do a pretty good job on Stubblefield. She's had a couple long-range threes that have gone, but they've been right on her, so she's not getting any easy shots.
So there's a foul. It looks like it's going to go against Lloyd Dawson, who came into the game at the end of the first quarter. And, yeah, if your coach Neitz, you're happy with the way that first quarter went. Stubblefield has 6, and then Dill has the only other 2 points, so they're really limiting any other contributors in this one. We're going to have a moving screen there. It looks like it's going to go against Roberts. So Dill, Roberts, and Ike all with 1 foul apiece. Over on the other side, it's Lloyd Dawson and Maddock with the only fouls for the Warriors. You see Hoffman, the junior, setting up the offense here.
Hafner looked.
Wills, nice pass.
Beautiful
good
pass.
Finish there.
Very nice.
Hafner leads all scorers with 10 points. She's already at her season average.
Yeah, and that's really what they needed. Coach said they had to get her going early, and to start that way in the first quarter, that was very, very nice. He's got to be happy.
Okay, with the pass right into Hoffman's hands for their 6th turnover of the game. And Hoffman going to slow things down here. Hafner catching face. We mentioned Stubblefield, a very good defender. Wills finds flat in the middle of the paint. Good drive there.
Just a little too strong.
A good fight for the rebound there. They're going to say it's a jump ball.
Jump ball should stay here, I would say.
Yeah,
beautiful pass as she came around that.
Great play call out of the first quarter break there for Coach Neitz and his team. So we're going to have a baseline out of bounds here, 3 high at the free throw line. Good find there. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be Lloyd Dawson heading to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Foul on 14, Maddie Roberts. That's her second, team's second of the quarter.
Good job there by Lloyd Dawson. Catching it, didn't bring it down, went right up with it, and she's rewarded with 2 free throws.
Makes the first.
Nice high arcing shot there from her. Tonight's game is brought to you by Wheeler Mission Thrift Store. So when you shop, you're not just buying a purse or an end table you plan to refinish. You're providing critical funds that help men, women, and children get back on their feet. Your purple purchase provides help and hope. Be the first to snag a deal. Stop by today at 8640 East 96th Street, Indianapolis. As we see a good scrum there for the ball. It was flat at the bottom of it. They're actually going to call 3 seconds in the paint there.
I don't know that anybody ever really had possession. Flat was just fighting everybody for that ball.
It's Covenant now with a 10-point lead, 1.5 minutes to go or into this second quarter. Another takeaway here for the Warriors. Hafner looking to drive, finds Hoffman, good ball fake over to Lloyd Dawson. Now Wills driving, some contact there. And she's going to head to the line.
Thought there might be a travel there, but there was not. Nia Stubblefield with her first, team's third of the quarter.
So Lloyd Dawson getting some good action here. As you can see the reach in there by Stubblefield. Dawson knocks down another one.
So 2 of 3 of her free throws so far tonight. We'll see what she does with this one. Extending that lead. And it goes. Got the home court roll there. 20-8 Covenant.
Ooh.
And another turnover for Cardinal Ritter.
That was Cesaris getting into the game. Jenny Cesaris, a junior, for the first time. We've got some issues checking in at the scores table. It's Maddock trying to get into the game a little too quickly. She's going to come in for flat.
Got to make sure you tell the right person at the table.
So they get things squared away. She's going to inbound to Hoffman. Julia Hoffman, the junior, averaging just under 5 points per game on the season. As Wills looks around the top of the key over to Hafner, who's off to a great start so far in the first half. Wills gets it back wide open. Floater too strong. This one's going to stay with Covenant Christian.
You can see Stubblefield was out all the way over here on Hafner, and as the ball rotated around, she came all the way through the lane to play defense. So she is just all over the floor.
Great team player in Nia Stubblefield, and Hafner wide open. Why not?
She's feeling it now. That's her third 3 of the night.
It took her a couple. She missed her first 2 shots, but since then she has been lights out.
Yeah, she really has. She likes that spot. It's like there's a mark on the floor right there because that's where all of them have been from. And that in that particular case, Stubblefield was not out on her. Stubblefield took a fall there. I thought there might have been a foul there on that one, but there wasn't. Now Covenant turns it over, maybe. Yes.
Ball's bouncing around, and finally the Raiders come up with it. As they get it back to Cesaris. She looks to attack. She throws it away.
Turnover.
Wills gets it up to Hoffman. So now 9 turnovers on the night for the Raiders. Good drive there by Hoffman. Don't know if that was a pass or a shot. Looked like at the last second she wanted to kind of loft it up there to Hafner.
Hafner was underneath there and kind of raised her hand for it, but just was not tall enough, or it was just not really a pass.
You saw Eke there kind of come out at the initial catch and then realized that wasn't her player, so she backed off and made a big mistake.
Cost them 3.
Good drive, Stubblefield. We know she's got range from there.
And she hits another one.
So she has 9 points for Ritter, all coming behind the arc, well beyond the arc for that matter.
And you could see the defense was really not bad. I mean, they're there, the hand is up, but she is just so confident with that shot. And another turnover there as Covenant tried to go into the lane.
So they're going to look to push the pace here. And they get it back to Stubblefield. She drives. Some contact there, and we'll see if that's on the ground or shooting.
A little out of control there, but she picked up the foul.
Take another look at this 3, Greg.
Deep, nice coming out to get her, but just could not get her. Not sure who that foul was on.
I believe they gave it to Maddock. Stubblefield, a good free throw shooter, shooting 70% from the stripe on the season. We mentioned she's really a one-man wrecking crew for their offense, averaging 15 points per game. The next closest scorer is Dill and Eke at 5 apiece.
Yeah, 10 of the 12.
So we're midway to go through this second quarter. Covenant with a 10-point lead. The Warriors work it around the top of the key.
Looks like they've kind of gone back to a man-to-man defense. Got away with maybe a travel there.
Hoffman gets her own shot back. And now a good offensive rebound by Lloyd Dawson, but Stubblefield takes it away. And now Wills is going to be called for the reach.
That's her second and the team's third this quarter.
I think the inbound to Cesaris. Okay, looking to post up. Looks like she was trying to pass it down low to Fink, but good active hands there.
Yeah, Lloyd Dawson was right in the passing lane and just got the hands up and knocked it out of bounds.
Box set here for the Raiders. Cesaris gets to the elbow. Now back out to Fink. Some good pressure here by Wills, really causing some problems there, and it's getting knocked out of bounds. Some good help defense as well by Howard. Howard right now has got the tough task of trying to stay with Stubblefield. Get it right into Eke, back out to Cesaris. Ooh, it looks like there was some contact there on the shot, so Cesaris going to head to the line.
Will be the second for Lloyd Dawson. That'll be the 4th Covenant foul this quarter.
Lloyd Dawson providing some good energy here coming off the bench. We saw her come in at the end of the first quarter. She's gotten some offensive rebounds. We've seen her be active on the defensive side of the ball. As that first free throw is too strong. Tonight's game brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. They can offer you a career as an iron shipbuilder, blacksmith, or general helpers. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers at 219-845-1065. That 219 area code, that's up in the region.
That is. There you go. Caceres makes her second.
So she gets on the board. So now 3 players have scored for the Raiders as they now trail by 9. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. See Coach Neitz there calling out plays from the sidelines. Hoffman facing some pressure, gets it back to Rademacher.
Ooh,
good
nice.
active hands there, take it away.
A little backdoor cut there, but just didn't quite make it. And foul coming down.
You can see right there. That was Berkeley Fink kind of laughing about that one. I don't know if she maybe lost it as she was going up, but she's going to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Foul was on Hoffman. That's the team's 5th, so they'll be shooting 2 the rest of this quarter.
And that's something maybe they can try and take advantage of here. Hey, you can kind of see, I don't know if she lost her footing and was just throwing it up.
Yeah.
And she misses both of those. It's good pressure there by Stubblefield. Almost gets a hand on that pass.
Yeah, she's coming way out there on that defense with the turnover on the travel.
So in the first quarter, we saw it was Ritter with the turnover problems. Now it's Covenant with 5 here in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Think over to Eke. Baseline drive. Hafner gets a pass out, hand on that pass. So it's going to stay with Cardinal Ritter. We'll see. They've been liking to get the ball right back into Stubblefield's hands after the inbound.
Almost taken away on the inbound.
Yeah, Rademacher.
And still knocked it out, but off of Covenant, so Ritter will maintain.
Relentless there. Got a hand on the initial pass, and then on the catch, knocked it out of the possession of Fink.
See if Stubblefield going to the corner. And a moving screen on Eke, maybe?
I believe so. Just look at this defense right here. Rademacher coming out on the pass. Staying active. Coach Neitz loves to see it on the defensive side of the ball.
So 4 fouls on Ritter is unofficially what I have, so we'll see if they shoot the next one or not.
Flat kicks it back out. Good ball fake there by Rademacher.
Good defense.
Hoffman
Beautiful
finds
pass.
Flat, and how about that?
Beautiful pass inside.
Good ball movement leads to an open look there for Emmy Flat for her first 2 points of the game. Under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Hafner pokes it away, stays with the Raiders. Stubblefield over to Eke. She gets back.
Covenant's getting their hands on a lot of passes. They just can't bring them in.
Even that time, Wills pokes it away again from Eke. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds here. Dill set to inbound, the sophomore, averaging 5 points per game.
Stubblefield hanging out there on that 3-point line. Covenant really active with the hands.
Good little give and go there between Dill and Fink. And Fink gets on the board for the first time tonight. So just over a minute left here in the first half. Covenant leading by 9. Good feed into Hafner as she gets triple teamed. And now Hoffman, the floater, leaves it short, but there's Flat again under the basket. Rademacher from 3. Leaves it too long there. Good hustle by Flat, but it's going to go the other way to the Raiders. It's a pivotal point here, Greg. If the Raiders can kind of get a 2-for-1 here, they'll be right back in this game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get a score here. Almost dribbled it out of bounds.
Again, the active hands here from the Warriors.
Yeah, Rademacher's playing some great defense, pulling it all the way out there.
40 feet from the basket, still giving her no room to breathe.
Yeah, they are not going to make it easy.
Inbound to Berkeley Fink. She gets a look from the right side and gets to go. Her first 2 points of the game.
So now Covenant's got 25 seconds. Let's see what they can do this last possession.
Let's see if they hold for this last shot. Doesn't look like they're looking to settle. Open look for Hafner. Drains it.
That exact same spot again.
Yeah, she's hit 3 from there tonight. Under 10 here. Dill looking to get one last look over to Eke. Good find under the basket. Denied by the bottom of the backboard, and we're going to head to halftime. It's Covenant leading 28-18, and in large part, I would say it's because of Vivian Hafner.
Yeah, she's definitely, she's the star for Covenant right now. 16 points is what I have her for unofficially.
4 for 6 from 3, really. They've been leaving her open, and we mentioned she missed the first 2, but since then, it's been nothing but net.
Right, and then Stubblefield, as we predicted, she's been their leader with 11 of the 18. So pretty much what we thought we would see. Covenant has a couple more people that have scored, and that's the difference right now.
Yep, we saw Wills get into the game, Lloyd Dawson and Flatt. They've all got some points to their name. They had some good contributions there in the second quarter. And right now the turnover battle, it's Ritter with 9 and Covenant with 6. That was something we mentioned was going to be important in this one as well. And so far, if you look at the scoring for Cardinal Ritter, we mentioned it's been Stubblefield, but they have not gotten too many looks inside the three-point mark.
No, they've had a problem getting the ball in. Every time they've gotten the ball in, Covenant's had very active hands and is knocking that ball out, not giving them any easy shots at all. And that's the one thing. Covenant has had a few passes into the interior and have had some really nice layups.
Yeah, we saw kind of midway through that first quarter, they were able to break down that zone, get some good looks. Then we saw Ritter go to man-to-man, and that's when they kind of really picked up the scoring. And like you said, they were able to work things around, got some players cutting, and got some good looks. So right now they're heading into the break with a 10-point lead over the Raiders. And Covenant Christian looking for their first win on the season. We'll see if that happens here in the second half when we come back right here on IndianaSRN.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Back here at half from Covenant Christian. As you get a look at the score here, the Warriors leading the Raiders 28-18. Let's take a look at some girls' scores around the Indy area. We've got Greenfield Central and LaPel. LaPel sitting right at the 6th spot in 3A. They're tied at 36 apiece in the fourth quarter, so that's a great game there between two top 10 teams. And then also we've got Heritage Christian and Roncalli in the fourth quarter. Roncalli look like they're going to win that one. They're up 46-32. Center Grove and Cathedral right now in the third quarter. Center Grove with a good lead there, 31-18. Some time left to play in that one. And then we've also got Mount Vernon and Connorsville. Right now that one's close in the second quarter, 20-18. That's going to wrap up our scores there around the Indianapolis area. And let's look at the scoring here in the first half by Covenant Christian and Cardinal Ritter. Greg, what do you got over there for both teams?
For Ritter, Sawyer Fink with 2, Berkeley Fink with 2, Maddie Roberts with 2, Jenny Caceres with 1, and then Nia Stubblefield rounds out the scoring with 11 for the 18 total. Fouls, Maddie Roberts has 2 and Zita Eke has 2. And then as we go down to Covenant, Lloyd Dawson has 3 points and 2 fouls. Emmy Flatt with 2 points. Maddock with 2 points and 2 fouls. And Wills with 3 and 1 foul. And then Hafner leads all scoring from both teams with 16 of the 28. So, again, as we predicted, Hafner and Stubblefield would be the leading scorers. We said it was going to be a question of who else might, get going. And really, both teams don't have another player that's got more than 2. So, I'll take that back. Covenant Maddock has 4. So, I think that's going to be the key with the second half. If we can get anybody else going from either team. Also limiting turnovers. Again, Ritter, 9 or 10 turnovers there. Covenant did a great job in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter had a little bit more problem, had 5 turnovers in the second quarter. So I think that's going to be key. But, again, I think Coach Neitz has to be extremely happy with how they came out and, got going early. We see a nice 3 here from Wills, and that's right after she had come off the bench. So that was very impressive in that first quarter. So we'll see what happens here in the third as they come out, and we'll just see some beautiful passing here. Nice cut to the basket there by Hafner, and her teammate picked her up. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I would assume we'll continue to see Hafner and Stubblefield firing shots up and probably leading the scoring.
Yeah, they've been great from beyond the three-point arc tonight. Before we take our final break of the half, we want to remind everyone that IndianaSRN.org, it's that time of the year, 24/7 Christmas music. I know Chuck loves Christmas. Big Christmas guy over there. Exactly. So go over there, 24/7 Christmas music. You got it all. It's always playing. You can find it there. Just click on the music button on our website, and you'll have it ready for you to go. And when we come back, we'll be ready for the second half.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Welcome back to Andrew Smith Court here at Covenant Christian as we get a look at First-year head coach Jennifer DeJean coaching up her team. They're off to a good start this year, sitting at 4-4. They've got some work to do in this second half. Greg, you've kind of touched on some of the keys for them in this second half. What do you think she's telling them right now?
I think it's just continue to do what we did. Limit our turnovers, which we still had some, but we've just got to just try to make some shots. And really, I think both teams need to continue to look inside. Now, both teams have hit a few more threes here in the second quarter, but I think if they really kind of explore that inside and get some closer looks and get some more points.
So we get a good look there of the starting five for the second half for the Raiders. It's going to be Eke, Stubblefield, Fink, Dill, and Roberts, the same five that started the game for them. Right now it's Stubblefield leading the way for the Raiders with 11 points. And now we get a look at Coach Neitz and his team as they're looking to draw some things up here to start off this second quarter. We saw them second half. We saw them get a good look on their first possession out of the first quarter break. I'm sure he's looking to do the same here.
Right. I would think he just wants to do the same thing, say, what we did so far, we're in this game, we're ahead. Let's keep doing it. Let's try to be careful, control the ball. I tell you, the thing that I've been impressed with Covenant so far is their defense. They've really had great hands, and they've not been fouling a lot. So they're playing really good defense, trying to knock the ball away, and they're not fouling.
Yeah, only 2 players with 2 fouls apiece for Covenant. So they've played some really good defense. And you can see here they're forcing Ritter to catch this ball 5 feet beyond the three-point arc.
Right, and they've got Maddie Howard now on Stubblefield, and she's really playing her tight. Jump ball and goes back to Covenant. So a quick turnover for Ritter.
As we mentioned, the defense was important in the first half, and on cue, they forced the turnover. So it's going to be Rademacher bringing the ball up, the sophomore. She's had some good looks so far tonight, just really hasn't been able to knock one down.
Yeah, she's definitely had some good looks, just hasn't gotten it to go through, as you said. We see Ritter coming out, playing back under man-to-man. Stubblefield staying on Hafner.
Yeah, they've been the 2 stars offensively tonight, leading both of their teams in scoring. Both of them getting it done from beyond the three-point arc as well. As Hoffman bobbles that one, she gets it over to Howard. Handoff to Rademacher. Good look there from the elbow. And just as we mentioned, she gets on the board.
Maybe just needed to see it go through, so we'll see what she does now.
Ooh, good move there by Stubblefield as it's Maddock to come over. And we mentioned she has 2 fouls apiece. She's going to pick up her third.
Right, and that could make a difference. That was something we really haven't talked about yet. But with 3 fouls now, they're going to have to really watch.
Stubblefield, we mentioned on the season, shooting 70% from the stripe as she hits the first. So there you see Maddock come out of the game and Flatt come in.
Flatt's not quite as tall, but definitely hustles, always moving towards that ball. She's just a ball hawk. And that's Stubblefield's first miss from the free throw line tonight. She's 3 of 4.
Rademacher over to the corner to Hoffman. Gets it to Flatt at the top of the free throw line. They get it back out to reset. Looks like we're going to have a moving screen. It's going to go against Flatt.
Flatt, that's her first. Team second already. So just a minute and a half in, and Covenant's got 2 fouls already this quarter. So we'll see what's going to happen with this.
Stubblefield swings to Fink. Roberts faces 2 defenders. She brings it back out to Eke, and now Eke almost gets double-teamed as she drives all the way to the basket and gets it to go for her first 2 points.
That was a beautiful drive. She just went right around the corner, and she was not going to stop. So really nice bucket there by Eke.
Howard, strong drive. Good ball movement to Hafner. Now back to Hoffman. And Rademacher going to set things back up. Raiders playing man-to-man defense here. Covenant doing a good job, patient here, Good over-the-top pass to Flat, and she connects.
Yeah, first I thought that maybe was a shot, but then Flat was right there, and I think it was a pass to Flat. She got up there and grabbed it and put it in.
Great heads-up play there to find Flat at the basket. Good block by Rademacher. She's been defensive star tonight, being active all over the court. Another good find to Flat, but Stubblefield comes up with the block.
Beautiful pass inside. Stubblefield tripped just a little bit there. I think she threw it out, but they're saying it was tipped. This is the Eke drive to the bucket and just put it in.
So I believe they're saying that ball was tipped, so Stubblefield gets it back.
Got a little break there. I think she was a little out of control and fell and threw it, and then Covenant almost threw it away again, but got a foul, I believe, on Eke.
How about
saying
Flat?
A shooting foul, so that'll be a third on Eke.
Yeah, she's picked up a quick 2 here. But Emmy Flat's coming to the game. She's been active on the offensive side of the ball. That time she forces the denial, gets the turnover, and they, of course, find her running in stride down the court as she heads to the line.
She's just that Energizer bunny that's just always moving, and she's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. So she spent a lot of time playing ball against her brothers, so
yeah.
I'm sure she's gotten knocked around plenty of times, so she's not afraid to get in there.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't take it easy on her.
No, not at all.
But as a sophomore, getting some good minutes here tonight. Also got in quite a bit amount as a freshman, so she's familiar with varsity basketball and really making her impact known here in this third quarter.
So knocked the second free throw down, and a turnover by Ritter. 3 in this half. Beautiful pass and in for Rademacher.
Yeah, Rademacher with her 4th point here in the third quarter. Stubblefield finds, I believe that is Bernie, into the game for the first time, and now another turnover. So back-to-back turnovers here.
No, I think they're going to say that was a tip on that one. I'm not sure.
How about Hoffman? She's really putting those passes right where they need to be.
Yeah, they were saying that last one was tipped. So it stays with Ritter.
Roberts the inbound.
Not for long. But we have a jump ball, and I believe that does stay with Ritter again as well.
Yeah, 2 Warriors swarmed Bernie there, and they're going to get a baseline out of bounds here. It's Stubblefield to inbound. She gets it to Dill. She's going to look to get it right back.
I thought she was going to go to the corner. There's the corner, and there's the 3.
Quick trigger. Good box out there by Hoffman. And again, she's looking to push.
Running the floor, but just a little bit too aggressive with that pass. Great thought. Covenant's really running the floor well. They've had a couple of those where they've gotten the nice outlet passes for layups. That should have been an out-of-bounds error there, but the ref had his head turned.
Rademacher again deflecting the ball away, going to stay with the Raiders. Cesar is coming into the game for Cardinal Ritter. We'll see if they try and set some screens here to get Stubblefield an open look.
Somebody needs to make sure they know where she's at, because right now nobody's on her.
Inbound to Dill. She pulls it out looking for Stubblefield. Off of her knee, right into the hands of Stubblefield, and they're going to pull it back out. No, they're not. They're going to throw it away.
I tell you, I'm really impressed with Covenant's defense coming out this half. I think they're really stepping it up even from what they did in the second quarter, and the second quarter was really good. Another turnover.
Yeah, you can see they've really ratcheted up the tempo here, and it's causing problems for Cardinal Ritter. Open look for Hafner. Rattles in and out. Good offensive rebound there by Lloyd Dawson, and a even better rejection by Stubblefield.
Yeah, that Hafner's was all the way in. I thought that was going. Another turnover. Hands again. Let's see what they do with Stubblefield here.
Hoffman on the miss. The Warriors get it back. Hoffman from the corner thought about it. Gets it out to Wills. Wills drives. A lot of contact here. It's going to stay with Covenant Christian. Just under 3 minutes to go in this one. Get that good defense there by Stubblefield. As it's a baseline out of bounds here for Hoffman.
Whoa, somebody wasn't looking. Easy run out. Let's see what happens at the other end and the foul.
Throws it away there. Just some miscommunication, and it's Dill with the heads-up play, scoops it up, and she draws the foul. I believe it's going to go against Lloyd Dawson. So her third, as you see here, is just a race to the ball, and she's going to win that one every time.
I think it's on Wills.
Yeah, sorry, Wills.
Yeah, and her second. Team's third. Missed the first.
2:55 to go here in this third quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Morales Group. They're building better futures one story at a time. They have locations in the Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette area. For more information, give them a call at 317-472-7600.
Missed both free throws. Flat came down with the rebound.
Wills with a lot of room to work with. Gets it back over to Hafner. We know she can drill it from there.
Beautiful block to keep her screen so nobody could get out there to her.
Good.
And a throwaway from Covenant.
Good dish down there to Lloyd Dawson, but she turns it over. Now we're going to have a full timeout, so we will step away as well. We'll be right back here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
.226 to go here in the third quarter. Covenant really turning up the pressure here, and they've increased their lead to 14 here in the second half.
Yeah, they came out. Their defense was just incredible, and defense turns into offense. They had a couple run-outs with layups, easy layups, so that was nice. They've not had the 3-ball this half. They haven't needed it, so they've just been doing it with 2s. So very nice, but their defense is what's really stood out.
See if Coach DeJean was able to draw anything up for her team out of that minute-long timeout. And a throwaway there.
So that's 7 turnovers this quarter from Ritter. Almost a beautiful pass and a layup there, but just couldn't handle the pass underneath. But was able to corral it and get it back.
Rodemaker over to Wills. Lloyd Dawson inside the paint. Finds flat. Some really good ball movement here by the Warriors. It's Hafner with it over on the far side as she brings it to the top of the key.
Good patience being shown here by Covenant, moving the ball around, looking for that nice inside shot. They're really working the inside this quarter.
Rodemaker with
Flat
a good shot from the
for
elbow.
the rebound. Jump ball stays on this end with Covenant.
That's what we talked about, Greg. She's not afraid to go down there among 3 other players and fight for that board.
Yeah, she is not. She is staying right in there, and she's going after it. So had to adjust her eyewear there. Got that fixed now. She's ready to go again. Got to get the ball in here.
4 flat as they get it into Lloyd Dawson. Rodemaker comes back to it.
Looks like Coach Neach is just telling them to slow it down and spread it out. Go for the good shot. If you get a nice shot, then take it like that. Nice layup by Hafner.
Her first points of the second half. She had 16 in the first. So she's having a phenomenal game tonight. Really got things going for them early on. And has been there for them when they needed her. Now a minute to play.
And just a giveaway. Eke was doing that same. She was trying to get that same drive and just lost her footing, dribbled out of bounds. So, again, for Ritter this quarter, 8 turnovers. So I'm sure that Coach Deshawn's not going to be happy about that. But the defense, I mean, give it to Covenant. Their defense this quarter has been spectacular.
Wills with 45 seconds. Good flare screen look to get Hafner open.
Got a little hip check there on Hafner against her. So foul went on 11. Maddie Dill.
Her second. Dill on the night, just 2 points. Those came in the first quarter. We'll see with 41 seconds here if Covenant decides to be, well, they're going to give it away. Looks like there was a moving screen.
Lloyd Johnson, so that would be, I have her as her third.
Yeah, so her and Maddock with 3 apiece. Will's the only other one with 2 fouls.
I believe I have that for 4 this quarter, so the next one Ritter would shoot.
We'll see if that comes into play here. Just under 30 seconds to go. Stubblefield set to inbound.
We'll just need to watch Stubblefield right back to the corner.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. Good heads-up play by Flatt, as well as Hafner getting a hand on that pass. They knew where it was going.
Yeah, Flatt was definitely heading out there, and then Hafner is just a ball hawk out there with the hands, just not giving them anything easy.
Good find there to Wills. Little floater too short. And it's Bernie the rebound. Stubblefield with 3 seconds. Going to have to put one up here. Off the back and too strong. So we're going to head to the 4th and final quarter here at Covenant Christian. It's the home team, the Warriors, leading 37-21 right here on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Back here at Andrew Smith Court, tonight's game is brought to you by Piper Logistics. They specialize in everything from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. They do it all. For further information, give them a call at 317-396-1023. Here we go. Greg, 16-point lead here for the Warriors, looking to get their first win of the season.
This is going to be a huge confidence boost for them. They've really played well tonight. They didn't have a lot of shots going in that first quarter. Took them a while to get going, but their defense has just been absolutely wonderful tonight. Coach has got to be happy with the way they're playing defense. Not fouling a lot. They've got a couple people with 3 fouls, but we're starting the final quarter, so hopefully that's not going to come into play.
Yeah, just an all-around team effort on the defensive end here, and
that's two times in 20 seconds that they've knocked the ball out of Ritter's hands. So again, they're just very, very active hands without fouling.
And I'm sure they're eager too right now, just because they can sense they're close to getting that first win. So they're gonna keep being aggressive and not let up until that final horn.
Yeah, they just did it again. So that's 3 right here in 20 seconds. 3 knockaways.
Okay, back into the game. Another poke away. This time comes up with the steal was Maddox. She's back into the game with 3 fouls. Rademacher, how about that shot?
That was a nice shot. She was there just along the baseline, had the rebound, put it right back up.
So again, name of the game here in the second half, turning defense into offense for the Warriors.
Stubblefield drives. She's going to try to get some fouls there. 23, I believe, Wills. I think that's her first. Or, I'm sorry, her third. And the jumper there right on the baseline.
Yeah, Rodemaker with some really good touch, about 12 to 10 feet from the basket here tonight. She's made some good moves and has been able to connect here in the second half. She has 6 points after going scoreless in the first. Stubblefield knocks down the first free throw.
It's 13 for her total.
Really quiet here in the second half. Only 2 points to her name, both coming from the free throw line.
Yeah, Covenant's done a really good job of just shutting her down.
That one rattles out. Rademacher comes up with the board. And they're going to look to be really patient here on the offensive side of the ball. Hafner a blow by, good find on the other side of the basket.
Beautiful pass to Maddock underneath for the easy 2.
She has 6 points in the game. Stubblefield, nice crossover, splits through all of the defense. 1v5 there to get the bucket to go. And Coach DeJean going to take some time here to talk about it as we have a 30-second timeout. We want to thank all of our listeners and viewers this season here for tuning in to IndianaSRN. We appreciate it. IndianaSRN is your gateway to Indiana sports excellence. Partner with IndianaSRN where success and sponsorship meet. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Greg, right there, we got another look at that layup. That was one of the best moves we've seen on either side of the ball tonight.
Yeah, she split 4 Covenant defenders there and just put it in, took it right to the hoop. So that puts her, I believe, puts her at her average for the season. So she's right where she is normally. But Covenant has done a good job. And I will say Maddie Howard has really done a good job with her. She's been right up on her all night long. That time Maddie got picked off, and then, she had to drive to the lane off the pick. So Ritter goes into a little full court press and had the easy pass for the layup and just missed it. So it'll be interesting to see now if Ritter's going to stay with a full court press to try to, force Covenant into some easy turnovers and, turn around and get some buckets back.
That was Howard right there with a really good bounce pass to Maddock, but it looked like Maddock took her eyes off it. She was ready to go up with it before she even caught it.
Yeah, I think she was looking to see who was there and was just going to go right back up and just it was a good pass. The pass was coming in nicely. They broke that press well.
Now we still see this aggressive defense here from the Warriors. Another takeaway. Now it's Hafner pushing the pace. Good find to Wills. They're going to kick it back out and take some time off this clock.
I was going to say I had to believe there, since the layup didn't happen right away, that they'd bring it back out and go for a nice shot. A beautiful pass, little handoff pass, and
are they going to count it? They
are. It goes.
So Maddock with the offensive rebound and the quick putback. She's going to head to the line for a chance at the three-point play.
Again, that was a nice little pass to get her down there.
That's exactly what you got to do. Get that rebound. Don't bring it down below your chin. Go right back up with it. And she's now sitting at 8 points on the night.
A little short.
She's only averaging 2.5 points per game, so this is going to be a nice boost for her. Stubblefield from way out there leaves it short. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity.
That was from Speedway. Not sure why they didn't pass that. She had the 2-on-1 there. I don't know if she just didn't see her. Potentially off to her left.
And again, Covenant going to take some time off the clock here. We mentioned they came into this game at 0-5 on the season. Well on their way to getting their first win. And how about Maddox staying with it?
Blocked by Stubblefield, stayed with it, and put it right back up.
Gives her 6 points in the fourth quarter. She had to sit out in the third due to some foul trouble. She's making her impact known here in this fourth quarter.
Nice interior pass.
A good cut there by Dill. Back out to Fink. And that's going to be Maddox picking up her fourth.
Her fourth. So Covenant second this quarter. With 5 minutes left, you hate to have her pick up another one, but she's got the hot hand right now. So
yeah, and especially with this lead, I think Coach Neitz is probably going to let it ride a couple more minutes until he brings in the reserves. Ball's going to stay with the Raiders.
Yeah, and he'll take Maddock out in case they need to bring her back in, but preserve that last foul.
It's Armstrong getting into the game for the first time. Good cut there off the inbounds, but Fink could not finish it.
That was a beautiful pass off the inbound. Covenant just missed her as she cut towards the basket on the inbounds from underneath.
Stubblefield looking to get it right back. A little bit of miscommunication there, and it's going to go back to the Warriors. Covenant Christian, they've got a tough little stretch here coming up the next week. They're going to be playing Guerin on the 2nd, and then they're at Heritage Christian on the 5th, and then they finish it off with Greenwood Christian on the 7th. So
beautiful pass inside there again.
Good job beating that full court pressure. Hasn't given them much issue here, and now it's Armstrong getting her first chance to get on the board tonight.
Just a beautiful look inside and the foul. Maddie Roberts, that's her third.
See, the team loves seeing her knock down that free throw. Armstrong on this.
Made them both.
Armstrong making the most out of her trip to the line.
Another knockout there by the hands of Covenant.
Yeah, Mariah Armstrong, only a freshman. Now we have Emma Crane. I believe younger sister of Ella Crane, who was a phenomenal player for the Warriors, just graduated last season, was All-City and All-Conference.
And another takeaway on the inbound.
So Coach Neitz getting some of his younger players involved. We already mentioned this is a young team to begin with, and Armstrong feeling confident after those free throws. Leaves it short. Good find there to Fink. Some contact there on the layup. It's going to go against Rademacher.
It's her first.
It's pretty impressive considering how aggressive she's been all night.
Yeah, yeah. Again, with the hands and the way Covenant's been playing, to only, have really one person in foul trouble is pretty impressive. They've done a really good job with how they've handled it.
That free throw off the mark there by Sawyer Fink. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Cardinal Ritter, their next 3 games. On the 2nd, they're going to play Lutheran at home. On the 5th, they'll play Cascade. And then on the 8th, they're at Bethesda Christian. Good offensive rebound there. Too strong off the glass. Lloyd Dawson takes a spill. And it's going to stay with Cardinal Ritter. Macy Dill, the sophomore, set to inbound.
Nice inbound pass. Stolen, but had her foot on the line.
Rodemaker tried throwing that one off, but Dill, she was already out of bounds.
Yeah.
Good effort. Nice thought.
Yeah, good heads-up play, and then just a bad pass.
Armstrong with a 3-on-2 opportunity. Nice pass to Wills.
Just couldn't convert. I think she was waiting on contact or something and just had it a little too strong.
Good defense again.
Stubblefield off her foot.
Crane with the pass ahead to Armstrong. Some contact there. Good follow by Crane.
Letting them play a little bit more underneath there now, it looks like.
As they get it up to Stubblefield, we'll see if she keeps it. She does. Good positioning there by Crane.
Nice to just stand there, arms up, didn't move. definitely altered Stubblefield's shot.
She's rocking that number 40 just like her older sister. As the Warriors swinging around the key.
I would assume now Covenant's going to be looking for the layups, or they're going to bring it back out, which they do.
Ball's bobbled around, and they're going to say that one was off Covenant Christian, so some good defense there by the Raiders. Another thing you got to take into consideration too is Stubblefield hasn't gotten a break all game. She's been in there every minute.
Yeah, I don't think she's been down at all. And Covenant's got to be happy. I mean, what a performance tonight, and to not have really their second leading scorer not playing tonight in Avery Reichart. Had a concussion and supposedly is maybe cleared, but needs to get a little bit of activity going again before they put her in. So we'll see. But if they have the night like this, they're going to be in good shape.
You'll love that from Crane. The crowd loves it as well, and they're just on the cusp of breaking the 50 mark on the night. Quick giveaway there, but they're going to get it right back.
Turnover each way and then back. Again, tried to force that pass just a little bit inside there. Probably should have. Crane got the ball here, was like, hey, I'll just go in and shoot. Nobody with me. So that was very nice.
Yeah, nice heads-up play, realizing how much room she had to work with there.
Eke off the board for two.
Bank shot there.
I don't know if she called it, but we'll give it to her for sure.
It is late, Greg.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Yeah, Eke's had some good looks
and
tonight.
A nice steal. Almost knocked it out of bounds by Stubblefield.
Had some good looks tonight, only 4 points to show for herself. She's the second leading scorer behind Stubblefield on this team. Now with a minute and a half to go. Covenant going to come out here with their first win of the season, and breaking some ankles there was Wills, but couldn't get the mixtape finish to go there.
Yeah, that was impressive. Came around that corner.
Quick blow by, yeah. It doesn't get much better than that. Good drive there by Dill. Macy Dill going to head to the line here in the last minute or so of this one.
Foul on Wills, her fourth.
Good looking free throw there by Dill. Gives her 3 points on the night. Sophomore too strong there. Fink fighting for the rebound. It's going to stay with the Raiders. So unfortunately, Greg, we didn't get to see Cardinal Ritter. Besides Stubblefield, someone else hit a three, so they're going to take that record into another game unless we see one here in this last minute. I was hoping they would break that streak.
I don't even know if anybody shot one, did they?
Yeah, no, it's only been Stubblefield. You're right. So the rest of the team's going to sit at 0 for 18 on the season. You see a strong drive there.
I think that was on Wills, so if that's her, I believe that's her fifth. Yeah, looks like they're stopping play here.
She had good positioning there. She just didn't go straight up. If she would have kept those hands straight up in the air, she would have been good to go.
So Stubblefield will be shooting two. 5 fouls and a little short off the front iron there for Nia Stubblefield.
That could be a fatigue thing. We mentioned her playing this whole game, being the focal point of this offense. Really takes it out of you.
Yeah, so that she hit the second. That's 16 for her. She's averaging 15-3 before, so beautiful pass inside.
Armstrong staying with it. That one rattles all the way around the rim before falling into a Cardinal Ritter Raiders hands. Fink left all by herself. This one bobbles around. Yep, they're going to say over and back.
Over and back.
So the Raiders, we mentioned, coming into this game averaging 23 turnovers a game. They're right on that mark here tonight. So something Coach DeJean definitely going to want to clean up here heading into the second half of the season.
Yeah, their second half, they really just were having problems holding on to the ball. They've had 8 turnovers in both the third and the fourth quarters, so that's definitely hurt them.
Lloyd Dawson going to head to the free throw line after that offensive rebound. She's got 3 points so far in this one. That one way off.
Not sure who they got the foul on there. There were several Raiders right there with their arms up, so it could have been any number of them.
Too strong, but look at her get her own rebound right there.
Crashed the board. That's what you like to see. Follow your shot, and she did.
And Coach Needs got his reserves in here, so this is already a young Covenant Christian team, but this is some valuable playing minutes for some of these underclassmen here in these final minutes.
It really is. It's great, and you've not seen Ritter even make a big run with these other kind of some of the younger players in there, which is good. They're maintaining that tough defense, and with just 9 seconds, the lead really they've not backed off at all.
We'll see if Stubblefield puts up one last shot. She's going to. Off the mark there. That's going to do it here from Andrew Smith Court at Covenant Christian. The home team gets their first win of the season, 49-28 over Cardinal Ritter. I want to thank our camera guy, Justin Griffiths, as well as Chuck Levine getting it done behind the scenes here. Greg, your final thoughts on this one?
Defense. I really think Covenant's defense is what won this game. Stubblefield got her points, but they shut everybody else down. Hafner got going, but the second half she had 2 points. That's it. And then Maddox, really took off there, and she had 10 tonight. So as we said at the pregame, we had to find another score. We did, and that's what made the difference.
7 different players in total for the Warriors got in the scoring column, led by Vivian Hafner with 18. They're going to be at home again on December 2nd playing Guerin. That's going to be a tough one, but they've got their first win of the season. Coach Neitz and his crew have to be happy with the way they played tonight, and we hope you had a good time here watching tonight on IndianaSRN. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias, and you can rewatch this game tonight on IndianaSRN.org. We've got a lot of action coming up this weekend, so we want to thank everyone again for watching, and happy holidays, everyone.